Hi, I'm Darren.
Hi, I'm Gordon.
And we're the two gay reefers.
Hey guys, we're here with Matt from Liquid Oasis. Amazingly, we just won this.
You're a very lucky man. This is pretty unique and pretty different.
Excellent, we're excited. We were wanting a calcium reactor a long time ago, but we just was outside of our budget, so this is amazing for us.
All right, guys, well, this is a little bit different. So it's constructed out of a UV-resistant PVC. Basically, that means the material itself has around about a 40-year lifespan. At the moment, we give a 10-year warranty. Everything we build, there's no solvent cement holding it together. It's all interlocking, hot gas welded, so it's been handcrafted. We cut it out on CNC, but then it's tacked, scraped, gas welded with that nice grey weld, and then scraped again, and that's what you get. If anything ever did leak, all we have to do is reseal it. It means it's long term. It's not going to landfill in a few years. But let's get back to this. Now, this is pretty different. Normally, calcium reactors are pressurized. We've sort of taken our approach from a freshwater tank where you pump in carbon dioxide, and that lowers the pH, and we've applied that to a calcium reactor. This has a removable grid so that you can easily remove the media. The pump comes out with it. So you can take it outside. If there's full of detritus or it's a bit dirty, you can spray it off and basically put it back in. And the nice thing is you don't have to turn anything off. You don't have to close off your affluent coming in or your CO2, which means you don't have to try dial it in and find where you had it before. Just set and forget. The biggest difference here is that on the side, this will basically, you put an elbow on and put it down into your sump. It'll take a really long time, roughly 6 months to a year to ever really block up. So it's not an issue where you have those small pipes and little taps that block up the next week after you look at it, and it's always Murphy's Law when you're not at home. So really, really great, really simple. A lot of people go, aren't you going to use a lot of CO2? No, you're not. We run the pH in here between 7 and 7.2, so it's a lot higher, or not a lot higher, but a bit higher than your average calcium reactor, which run around about 6.5 to 6.3. In saying that, we joke around here in Australia and call it a coral composter, because if something happens and a coral bleaches or dies, you spend all that money on trace elements, you're not going to open up your pressurized calcium reactor. Here, literally lift up the lid, make sure the coral's nice and clean, put it in, and all those minerals that you spend all that money on, your expensive additives, are now going back in and feeding the rest of the corals. Maintenance is always an issue, and time, and I know everything gets more and more complicated. It's always boys and their toys. In Western Australia, as a lot of the guys do fly in, fly out, and it's actually the wives and the other partners at home who don't normally look after the tank have to maintain it. So this way, it's just easy, not a lot of things to mess with, set and forget. It runs off any standard Apex or pH controller, GHL, or just a standalone pH controller. So it's pretty different. We can incorporate them into our sumps or bigger. This size is normally good for an SBS dominant system up to 1,000 liters, but we're busy doing a couple of really big ones for a few public aquariums, and we can go as big or as little as you want. And you might say, I've only got a small tank. Well, you're just going to fill the media not up to the top. You apply as much as you need. Another joy of this being non-pressurized is if your magnesium is a bit low, you can just grab some dolomite and drop it in, close the lid. It's very easy to make fine adjustments and not have to readjust everything every time you want to get into it.
Excellent. So basically, to get it running up and running, we need a pump, we need a pH controller, and some CO2.
CO2 and a regulator.
Easy.
Normally a regulator with a solenoid so they can be turned on and off. We do have a couple of customers that are running them just through the old method of a bubble count, so it's a bubble rate per second, which is good, but there always is an issue that something could go wrong, so a pH controller is always recommended.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Gordon, always a pleasure, and I'll see you boys in Macna.
Definitely.
Cheers.
Anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed today's video, like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
And as always, be excellent to each other and keep it salty, everyone.
See you guys.
Bye for now.
Well, I think it's going to be a great addition to the black box.
Reefzilla.
Reefzilla, yeah.
Renamed.
Renamed.